Guys, Merle McCreary here with Ramtech PC Solutions. I was perusing some of the cybersecurity blogs that I follow, and I found this one from Mitnick Security back in December. They wrote this blog article, and they were talking about the gross of ransomware attacks. And who doesn't love a good story, right? So, a good story to kind of go along with this article would be um, the way hackers are attacking these days. So here's something that it actually happened. It's not funny now, but it was unique to watch it unfold. Some hackers hacked into a server and took over the server and encrypted it, which technically that's a ransomware attack. But they didn't use any malicious software. So, how did they get in, right? So we don't know. They had remote services open because they had an Exchange server, and the Exchange server was in house hosting email, and they got in and took over the email server, took over everything really. and This particular customer was backing up their data to an external drive, which, hey, that seems like a good idea, right? Back up your servers to an external drive. And they were thought they were doing everything by the book. So this particular customer got this ransomware attack, and what the hacker did was they gained access to the server. They enabled BitLocker and took the keys off of the server. Now, if you're not familiar with what BitLocker is the built-in Microsoft encryption tool that you can use to encrypt your servers and computers. So they basically logged into the server, enabled BitLocker, locked the users out, and then rebooted the server. But before they rebooted the server, they went to the extent of deleting the backups off of the external drive as well. So all of the data was being backed up to the external drive. That was being deleted. The server was being locked out, and they also got into the workstations and locked those out as well. So they didn't use any malicious software at all. They use Windows to attack itself. So that's kind of what we're seeing in this cyberspace too. So when you hear, folks from Ramtech talking about you need to get Huntress, you need to get this, you need to get the SOC, you need to have Sentinel-1, you need to have all these layers of protection. Here's why, and I'll dive into this story. And I've highlighted a couple of key points I want to bring to your attention. So how are they on the rise, right? So 304.7 million attacks within the first 6 months of 2021. And then that passed 2020's record. So they're on the rise, right? The cost. So they're going after bigger, ransoms now. They're able to go after larger targets and get more money. So the government entities, the small cities, the municipalities, they're targeting them. But they're also targeting small businesses like this company that I was telling you about. I mean, they got maybe 10, 15 employees, and they were compromised as well. The reach. So these bad actors, they can get into anything. If it's one computer and they gain access through email, boom, they got your entire network, right? So it's important that you're monitoring and protecting those email accounts. You got 2FA and SOC monitoring for your email, malicious logins, and you have multiple different facets of ways that you can lock in and tighten up the ship there. Why is ransomware attacks becoming more common? Because it's easier to get now. So we actually did a live demo for the chamber of a live hack scenario. And basically you can buy these REvil kits online, and they come preset with ransomware. So it's way easier for a hacker to do his job now and get money or ruin your business. Because those are the two options. You're either going to pay them or you're going to ruin your business because you don't have the data to restore. Okay? So they know that businesses will pay out. So, I don't recommend paying hackers. Let's just put that out there. But it was unique to see that they used Windows services to lock out the end user from their company data. Now, with that said, they theoretically could have paid the ransom for that data because there was no malicious software on the server. So they would have just been paying to get their Microsoft keys back, which, again, I don't advocate they should do that. Just have a good backup system and you can restore it, which is ultimately what they did. We had them backed up to the cloud and we restored it from the cloud. Long story, but we got them back up and going. 80 businesses choose to pay it. They choose to pay the ransom. So, I mean, it's becoming a money making industry, I guess. And, just when you think that, like I said earlier, this is the number three is the prime example of they thought they were backed up, they thought they were doing a good thing, and they weren't. They just had their data sitting there, waiting to be encrypted as well, which this particular hacker just deleted all the backups off of the local external drive. So it's multiple ways that hackers are using Microsoft against itself that will show up as an undetected event unless you have things in place like Threat Locker and Huntress and SOC and some of the other tools that we use in our tool belt. So keep that in mind as you guys have questions about cybersecurity. Just know that ransomware is changing. Hackers are changing the way they compromise your data, and you want to safeguard it. So if you need help safeguarding that, just give us a call at Ramtech. We'll get you set up, or at least have a conversation around what you need to do and give you a consult. If I can be of service, just let me know. Thanks.